Hi, this is Attila 16 and I'm defending against a massive army. But my army is not small either, so that will be a pretty intense battle. So what I'll do, since I'm being attacked here, well, I can do different stuff. I guess what I'll do first is I'll deploy my troops into that forest here. And I'll deploy a couple of line infantry behind. And as you can see, I have a pretty huge amount of Yari infantry. So I'll just deploy them further back. My general will be at the back of all that formation, and I have a couple of matchlock Kashi here. So I'm defending. This is the enemy army, which is made mostly of line infantry. So the line infantry are actually better than most of my troops in terms of long range. But if I engage them in melee with my Yarikashi, then it's another matter. And as for my troops, right now they are mostly concealed in the forest. So that forest will likely absorb a large amount of enemy fire. So that will be pretty beneficial for me. At the same time, what I want is really to align the maximum amount of guns in a line. Because this is what line battle are really about. It's about facing with a maximum of guns. But at the same time, I have a lot of line infantry, which are behind, in reserve. And with these, I plan to actually potentially flank the enemy. And here I'll just deploy my Yari troops here in the center. Or perhaps no, I'll deploy these a little more on the flanks. And I guess I'll group them, hitting the key G. What else is there to do? Well, I guess now it's the waiting game. Just waiting for my enemy to come to me. And he seemed to be confused by that hill. And yeah, sure, it is confusing. Yes, you want to go over there and then come back? Come on. Make your way to me. That's the problem with defending. The enemy is wasting a great amount of time just to organize himself. There seems to be a city over there. And there's a few industry apparently. That's the city I will capture. There's a couple of town outside. There's a castle. This looks like Japan. Alright, so the enemy have finally managed to organize themselves on a hill. But it doesn't really matter because their goal is to reach me here. And there's not much advantage for anybody other than me in that area. Because as you can see, when I'm holding spacebar, you can see all the arc of fire. And that's the same for them, so they will have to cross all that distance in order to reach me. And they will be largely in the open, while my troops will be partly in the forest, which is a good position. At the same time, my troops are on a wide formation. That might create them... well, that might lower their morale, but at the same time, it's a good trade-off. And here I'll deploy this guy in the center, so that it will support my troops against enemy charge, which is incoming. Alright, so the enemy is engaging now. The saber cavalry is being fired upon quite heavily. So I'll deploy this guy here. With my Yeti, I'll engage the enemy here. There's a couple of Yarikashi coming here. Doesn't matter much. And now I'll move my troops into a better positioning. I'll try to surround the enemy. Well, here I'll advance my line infantry here. And my spear infantry as well. There seems to be an intense fight in the center. I'll advance my troops closer here. I'll bring my general closer. This way it will ensure the fact that my troops won't run away. The thing is that I have my weakest units in the center. And I don't know if that's the best strategy, but that's the strategy I decided to use. While doing that, I guess I'll charge here. I'm under heavy fire, but that's okay. I'll order my troops to run faster. I'll order my spearmen to go there. I'll redeploy my line infantry into a better formation, so they can face the enemy better. The enemy seem to be routing on that side, while my troops seem to be engaging here. This is a quite spread out battle.
Sir, I fear your general is in mortal peril, sir.
Yeah, it might be sometime. That's part of his job. Advancing my troops to provide suppression fire on the enemy. At the same time, I want to go around the enemy so that to engage in melee most enemy formation. Okay, so I have a couple of troops here which are deployed in a weird fashion. I'll redeploy them.
Your men are running, sir.
Well, not all my men. Okay. So selecting a few specific target here. The enemy really seem to be wavering. Might have a chain reaction effect. I need to move my troops closer. I'll make them. I'll make everything engage in melee. Alright, I'll order my general to charge that line infantry. And now it's really the hunting game, because I want to kill as many of them as possible. This way I won't have to face them in the siege. That's why now everything is chaotic. Speeding up the time. Order my Yeti to run faster. Now there doesn't seem to be that many dense formation of fleeing enemies. So it should not... I pretty much wiped out most of the enemies here. But when you look at the bodies, my body seemed to be more visible. Alright. Not more that much enemy remaining. I'll speed it up a little. Yeah, most of the enemy are running there.
The enemy's allies run like heathens from a preacher, sir.
There we go. And let's... okay. Now the goal is just to lower the number of the enemy. This way the unit will be disbanded. It's not so much to kill them all to the last one. It's really... what you need to do is you need to kill as many as possible, and then the enemy will be disbanded. For example, these are sharpshooters, so I want to get rid of those because they can be a pain when defending. Okay, ordering these Yeti to run faster. Okay, what else? So I guess everybody is dead. So let's go to the campaign now. Okay, so I just had a close victory where I killed 2000 and lost 900. I lost many men, but at the same time, most of the troops I lost were actually levies, so it's not particularly harmful to me. What I'll do is I'll merge the units. So I'll do that now. And you can simply click and drag people around like that. That allow you to merge the remaining troops. And in this case I really don't mind having less levy infantry because they are not particularly powerful. At the same time, you need to ensure that your good troops remain together, otherwise they will lose ranks. Okay, what's going on here? I'll increase this, which was the speed at which the units were running. And here I'll increase the morale. So now this army is really getting strong. And I will attack that fort. I'll probably auto-battle it because it's not worth fighting. Decisive victory. I'll just occupy the settlement. We'll need to fix this. This is a side effect of not doing it personally. And now I need to figure out who will be my next enemy before he attacks me. So perhaps I will try to make trade agreement with different factions. This guy looks like Santa Claus. I want an alliance. Totally agree with that. And how about these? I already have an agreement with these. And I guess that faction will probably become friendly with me. You want a single player payment? No problem. How about an alliance now? Nope, no luck. Okay. How about Nagoya? Any interest?
I have better things to do than listen to them.
Okay, so I have a couple of alliance now, which is a good thing for me. But at the same time, I should not lower my guard. So what I'll do is I'll make sure to have at least 2 line infantry per fort. That will give me a good positioning. And here I can probably disband these. Need to check if I have the order for that. Well, yeah, I do. Okay, so I'll disband these troops because I don't need them, and they are not particularly good troops. So what else? I think the thing is that as long as you have at least 2 units into your fort, the enemy probably won't attack because either they don't know what's there or it's just enough for you to be able to beat them. So that's something I noticed. At the same time, I can move my geisha now. Now it's really, I think I'll be developing my economy, or at least my capital. Yeah, I guess I'll probably should develop this. +2 happiness, +1 modernization. I'll invest in modernization. It's my capital after all. I'll check for the other place. Okay, nothing to do. So I'll just keep my army here in order to stabilize this region. And I seem to be doing 4,000 per turn. So that means that I can probably expand a little my army. But at the same time, I don't know what I will be facing. So let's see. Now the red allies seem to be at war with many people. So perhaps we could join a war with him. But at the same time, there's a different faction here, which don't seem particularly inclined to join me. They're actually pro-Shogun. So that means I will likely have to face them. So I'll develop my economy. This will finance my war. Okay, I'll develop this. And I'll produce a couple more troops. So I guess the message I get from the situation right now is that I have a couple of allies here, which are pro-imperial, and at the same time I have a couple of potential enemies here, which I will need to clear out. So who are they? They are the Totori, and okay, they seem to be allegiance to the Imperials, which is weird. So I guess I'll just develop my province. Not much else to do. Yeah, really not much else. Perhaps I will develop my economy, and from there I'll probably build myself a navy. And with the navy I'll be able to go strike wherever I want. Okay, more economic building. That's very fortunate that I'm making quite a lot of money per turn. But at the same time, there's not much to do right now. So I'll just hit end turn and develop a couple of buildings which are economic. The thing is that it's not really useful for me to invest in armies because that will reduce my income. And by doing so, it will I need to enchant a character. Okay, no problem with that. Need to find a character though. Okay, now let's go over there. No character. Well, I guess I'll move and make more contact. That will allow me to find more enemies, I guess. Because the more people you find, the more enemies you'll get usually. Okay, who are these? These are potential enemies. So what I'll do is I'll ask the Totori to give me authorization to cross their land. And I'll go attack the blue guys in between. Because they are hostile to me anyway. But I'm really not sure. Who are these guys? Miyazu. And that's weird because they seem to... Ah, okay, I understand. They are not on their own territory, so I need to figure out where they come from. Okay. Alright, so there's an army which is from a faction which is much further. So I guess I'll need to go get them. But I'll keep developing my province. Because I need to be ready for anything. And that means I need to leave at least 2 units here. And while I do that, I'll rank up my troops here. Well, my geisha and company. Zero and converting province, that's really useful. And now I seem to be broke, so that's okay. What kind of troops I have here? Okay, good. That's potentially a couple of reinforcements for my campaign against the blue guy. Now the thing is, it's a kind of a risk to go attack this blue faction, because by doing so I lower the amount of troops that can defend my territory. So it's a kind of a risk, but at the same time I think I can probably trust the fact that the faction near me are pro-Imperials. So that means that hopefully they won't declare war on me. But at the same time you should trust nobody. That's one of the core rule of that era. So now I'll produce 2 more troops here to replace those I went out with. And how about here? Okay, I'm producing stuff. Can't produce anything here. I don't seem to be able to produce anything. So let's continue. I'm full of money, but at the same time I have nothing to produce. So I'll just keep my money and finance a war against a faraway faction. Now I have made contact with the new faction here. And I hope that they are friendly. Okay, what's that? Enter war, sir. Ally attacked. Okay, I'll enter war. And who did I declare war on? Because I really have no idea. Let's see. Where are these? Okay, apparently I declare war on somebody which doesn't exist anymore. That's great. Okay, scouting ahead, still. At the same time, I have my armies which are marching toward this section right here. I'll send them to the bridge here. And while I do that, I guess I should probably continue to develop my territory, which is the priority here. And perhaps I should produce 1 gunboat in order to scout. It will be all I'll do. I'll figure out who is a friend and who is a foe with my tiny ship with 3 guns. Now, is this guy friend or foe? The thing is that faction which are Imperials will probably not declare war on me, while those that are pro-Shogunate, they probably will declare war on me. At the same time, I don't know if I can trust the Imperials, so it's a kind of weird situation, to say the least. And now I'm crossing the territory of a neutral. Yeah, I'll produce more troops here, because I want to keep Yamashiro at all cost. And now I have my gunboat ready, so I'll just scout the region here. Need to make sure that... okay, found out a new clan. Let's see how friendly or enemy they are. They seem very friendly, so I'll try to make a trade agreement with them.
My good friend.
Ah, success. Very nice. How about an alliance now? Ah, they are very, very friendly, but not that friendly. How about these? I'll make a trade agreement with these. Nope, not interested. So I guess I have a trades agreement with everybody that want to make trades agreement. I'll keep scouting ahead with my ninja, or perhaps I should bring him back in order to know what's going on over here. There's a big army here, but I think my army will be able to take care of that very easily. I really don't know if it's a good idea to move all the way there, because if I capture those down, perhaps that will encourage the neutrals to declare war on me. So this is a little bit risky. And perhaps what I'll do is I'll simply make them a vassal. Okay. Another neutral faction there. So I'll keep advancing. And what else? Oh, these are really good. Katana Kashi are pretty much the ultimate defense unit, because they are extremely good in melee, and as a result of that you kind of hide them behind the walls and the enemy climb the wall, and one unit of that can probably take out 3 to 5 units of line infantry in melee inside the fort. So in theory you just have to have perhaps 1 or 2 of those units in a fort, and you'll be able to repel anything nearly. So that's why these swordsmen should not be underestimated. No, I did not charm anybody with that, or enchant anybody. So exploring. I just hope that exploring all this land won't give me too many enemies at once. Okay. So I'm at the frontier now, and now I'll check what I should have checked earlier. Meaning they are allied with who? Not them. Okay, I guess that's not it. Miyazu? Yeah. Okay, they don't have any allies, so that means that next turn I'll be attacking them, and hopefully nobody will complain about it. And I'm not sure what I'll do about defending that land afterward. But yeah, let's not worry about the future yet. I think one of their army just crossed my path. They just ignored me. No, I don't want one more general. I don't need generals. I need to assassinate somebody. Okay, so I'll declare war on these guys. I won't call my ally because I don't want my ally to get involved. It seems that I won't have any choice but to attack that faction. Well, that army right here. But I'm not sure I'll do that. So I'll just wait here. And perhaps they will attack me, and then I'll be able to wipe them out. At the same time, I have plenty of money. So I guess I should invest it. And when it comes to investing, the money goes away really quickly. So I'll just keep. Well, I already spent all my money, so that was fast. So I'll just end the turn. And now my ships and geisha and everybody seem to be exploring for me. Just found out a new faction. So now I'm starting to have a good view on all the southern part of Japan. But the problem is that the more faction I discover, the more likely it is that I'll be at war with them. Well, if I'm not in contact with them, what happens is that they cannot really declare war on me. Okay, now I'll be able to produce okay, whatever. Foreign affair. Guess I'll trade with the peoples. I'll produce some more of those katana kashi. Cannot recruit. Oh, I'm broke. Yeah, these are pretty expensive. That's the downside of it. So I'll just produce one more. And seem nobody moved here. So I guess I'll just attack it. That will be the next episode. So check it out. Pretty big army, but not much substance.